Hey, you right guys, Trade Muncher Joe here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've just recorded my reaction for Sense8 Episode 1, which will be going out on Monday, but we're only getting one video today. I'm sorry, okay. But I'm still getting videos planned and scheduled for the coming few days, so don't you worry, the 100 Season 1 Episode 1 will be up this weekend, and then Sense8 on Monday. So keep a look out for that. But for now, I'm just going to be doing something a little different, like I say, and that is going to be, as you know from the title, the top 10 Game of Thrones moments from Season 6. Which might be the best season. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like I said in the previous reaction, that I think episodes 6, 7 and 8, and definitely looking over the episodes to try and pick out the best moments, there was definitely kind of a slow patch there, but episodes 1 through to 5, and then especially, I think what made this season was episode 9 and 9 and 10. I think we can all agree that those two episodes were just phenomenal. If not, like, some of the best TV episodes in history. Majority of the best moments do come from that. I will, after my second favourite moment, I will have all the honourable mentions as well. There's a few, I think there's like 5 honourable mentions that I wanted to get out there as well. And keep in mind, this is my list as well, so it's not going to, yours is obviously going to be different. Some moments in here that you might not agree with, or some should have been higher, maybe lower, but let me know in the comments what your kind of top 10 moments, or what your favourite moment of the season was, because yeah, I think the season was pretty damn awesome. I'm going to just jump into number 10, which is Jon being resurrected, Jon awakening from the dead. The only reason this is kind of low down is I think it was very obvious. I think even watching Kit Harington in interviews on like Jonathan Ross and stuff, you could kind of tell he was on set. He was on set for a lot longer than just playing a dead body. So yeah, I think it was kind of obvious that he was going to come back. But even saying that, watching the actual scene happen of him just being resurrected by Melisandre was awesome. Looking back at it now, seeing how different he was into, I think it was episode 2 when this happened, and seeing how different he is from episode 2, because when he woke up, he was a completely different person. He wasn't the Jon Snow we knew him from season 5, without a doubt. So, and see where he is now as we ended King of the North. So yeah, just awesome moment. At number 9, we have the return of the Hound, and while his actual story in the episode in which he returned in wasn't amazing, it was a good little, oh, the Hound's back and he's, you know, trying to be a good guy. The reason I add him into it is because it was just great to see him back. And while we all like kind of knew, I don't think he's actually dead. We didn't actually see him die on screen. If you don't see him die on screen, the likelihood is they're probably not dead, unless you're Stannis the Manus. But yeah, it was just awesome seeing him back. And just the scene as well, I've kind of added this together because it's still the Hound thing, but when he just went on a little rampage, just killing all the people that killed his friends and the people he was hanging around with for we don't know how long, but yeah, that was just satisfying to see him. When he's like, you're shit at dying, you know that. Like, fucking awesome. The Hound's always been one of my favourite characters, and we've kind of like just kind of forgot about how awesome he is because he wasn't in it for like a season. But his relationship with Arya was like some of the best dialogue and moments in the entire show for me was Arya and the Hound. So the Hound alone, I hope we get to see more of him in season 7. So yeah, him being back, amazing. At number 8, we have the Wraith from Lord of the Rings, I don't know, chasing Arya through the streets, and then her eventual death when she kind of cuts the candle. I think the actual chase sequence through the streets was very intense. Arya thinking that she'd lost her for a second, and then she just ends up running behind her and jumping off buildings and shit. Yeah, the choreography, and then the satisfying moment at the end where Arya cuts the candle. And at first I was like, wait, why has she done that? I don't really get it. But then I actually read up that is because Arya's been blind for months, I would assume, then she's used to fighting in the dark. And obviously we knew she'd beat her when she was blind and stuff. So yeah, I think that her cutting the candle, I wasn't too sure on at the start, but reading up about it, how she'd done it, and the Wraith, or whatever, is obviously not used to fighting in the dark at all. So yeah, that was an awesome. We didn't get to see her actually die on screen, which is kind of annoying because I hated that character. I thought she was so annoying. But yeah. At number 7, we have I won't say an underrated moment, but after all the shit that goes on in this season, Jon and Sansa being reunited kind of might not come to mind when you think of the best moments, but yeah, it was just like the first, I think it was the first time we'd seen two Starks actually be reunited. It was like the first really happy moment we'd had in quite some time that I can think of, because it's always just been people dying, Starks dying, death, destruction and battles. But yeah, those two being reunited, the music, the score, just the way it was done to perfection in my opinion. And yeah, their relationship this season's kind of been a bit rocky, but yeah, just awesome to see them two together really. At number 6, we have the end, the very, very last scene, the moment we've all been waiting for, which is Khaleesi and her army and her dragons setting sail for Westeros. So she's got all of Theon Greyjoy's and Yara's boats and ships and all their some of their men, not all of them. 3 dragons, a ton of ships, and yeah, we've been waiting for this for 6 seasons, obviously, and seeing it finally happening was amazing. It's quite funny looking back at season 5 where the ending was Jon Snow's death and how distraught we were and like, oh my god, what the fuck have they done? To a season later where Jon Snow's alive and Khaleesi's got her army, she's just going to Westeros finally. So number 5, something that I'd only read up about recently. I think it was at the end of season 5 last year when I kind of read up about R plus L equals J. So it's not really been a theory that I've been like so invested in. But I know it's been a fan theory for years and years. So to see it finally confirmed, and they actually, I think it was yesterday, the direct on the Game of Thrones blog post, I don't know if it was accidental or whatever, but they confirmed that theory is correct, because a lot of people were like, well, it didn't actually say who the dad was, so you know, but it is Rhaegar Targaryen. So I might be wrong on this, get me wrong, but is he half Stark, half Targaryen? Is that right? Like I said, I'm not really touched up in the fan theory. I'd only known about it recently and I haven't really read too much into it, but either way, that moment alone was amazing. The score, again, the way they did the transition from the baby's face to Jon Snow's face, I thought was done to perfection. And yeah, it was just an amazing moment. Again, one of those moments where it's like, it's not like a happy moment, but it's kind of, it is for the fans, obviously, and it's still, Jon Snow's not a bastard. He's been called a bastard all his life, and he's not a bastard. So yeah, that's just awesome. And I find it interesting how Bran is the only one to know that. Like, he's the only person to know that, apart from Ned Stark, but Ned Stark's dead. So yeah, I'm curious to see if Bran will tell Jon later on down the line. I'm sure he will, because it'd be kind of dumb if they just showed that and nobody else knows, they just leave it at that. So what I'm most excited about for that, though, is that has to mean Khaleesi and Jon are going to at least meet at one point. That would be amazing. Like, they're my 2 favourite characters along with Tyrion, so if they meet, it's going to be amazing. At number 4, we get Sweet Revenge or Vengeance, I'm not too sure. But Arya killing Walder Frey. Did not see this one coming at all. I thought at the end of, I think we last saw Arya in episode 8. I thought that was kind of like the last we'd maybe see of her for quite some time, or she's just going to venture out a bit. But there she was. And this woman, the woman that she had the face on at the time, I was like, oh, she just wants, you know, Jaime Lannister's D. But no, that wasn't the case. She was just playing around just to get to Walder Frey, attempt to feed Walder Frey his kids, and then slit his throat. That's so cool. I got a picture to show as well, which I find so interesting as well. Look at this. Okay, with Walder Frey's murder, all 3 orchestrators of the Red Wedding are now deceased. The murders at the Red Wedding broke guest right at Westerosi. A Westerosi tradition of not harming home guests once food and drink is shared, which I think Bran had mentioned at the end of season 3. All 3 of the conspirators were murdered in their own home, which I found interesting. And each of the conspirators was killed in a way echoing one of the deaths at the Red Wedding. Like Grey Wind, Tywin was shot with a crossbow. Like Robb Stark, Roose was stabbed at close range. And like Catelyn, Walder Frey's throat was slit. I find that so interesting. If they did that, I'm sure they did do that on purpose. Wow, props to them. That was fucking awesome. At number 3, I have Cersei destroying the Sept of Baelor, which, wow, I did not see that coming. I thought, after episode 9, when they showed the preview for episode 10, I was like, oh god, this story's so boring. Not only was it not boring, it was like the strongest moment in that entire episode, I think, was Cersei just blowing the fuck out of the set. Oh my god. Obviously, I'm kind of devastated because Marjorie Tyrell, what the fuck? Obviously, I'm kind of devastated because Marjorie Tyrell is dead. She's gone, which I would not have... Because she's played the game for so long, she's played it for so well, and she's been in so many pivotal moments, so many pivotal scenes, and she's just gone like that. She's just gone because Cersei's like, I'll just blow everyone the fuck up. Like, oh my god. And it just solidifies that thing where it's like, oh, Cersei, I really love you, but I really hate you as well. Wow. Such a great moment as well. And the CG or whatever, when the whole place was blowing up of wildfire, amazing. And then the bell, not a lot of people think of it because like, oh, Marjorie's dead, but the bell hitting the wall and just squishing the fuck out of that guy or woman or whatever was, oh, spot on. Such a great scene, so good. At number 2, we have Hodor, hold the door. Wow, what a sad, sad moment. It was like watching reactions of people just tearing their eyes out, being broken down. Wow, how long George R. R. Martin has thought that out, that Hodor, his name had a reason. Like, what the Oh, it still blows my mind that he'd actually thought that out for him to say Hodor, Hodor, and he's like, he had one purpose in life, which was to help Bran out and just help him escape. I found that absolutely incredible, and not only was it the saddest, I think the saddest death, like I think because Robb Stark and his family was like the most unexpected and shocking, but the way with the score, again, the score's been amazing this season, but the way they did the score with Hodor, I think made it the saddest death, and just how Bran really fucked him over in a way without meaning to, obviously, but wow. The last third of that episode with the White Walkers and stuff and Bran escaping and then Hodor's death, amazing. That's what I second. It's just amazing. Right, so I've actually written down the honourable mentions because there's quite a few that I wanted to get out there, and I'll just like mention them and not really talk about them. But Cersei being the queen, you know, like what the fuck? Cersei, badass. Sam at the Citadel, I think the reason this makes it interesting, like Sam's story I've never been too into. I like Sam and Gilly, but their story's never really interested me. But when Sam walks into that Citadel and it kind of does the shot of just panning around and the CG, whatever, looks incredible. It looks amazing. And that library, like I'm there like, oh, he's going to walk into a library and there'll be like a few scrolls on a wall, like, you know, the library at Castle Black. But he walks in and like I said in the direction, there's like some Hogwarts shit. It looks amazing. And yeah, I just want to see more of that place and see how big it is. Tommen committing suicide is like, what the fuck? Not like, I watch it now and I just kind of laugh because he dies so gracefully. But watching it, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, Tommen I've never really liked. Like, Joffrey got shit done. Tommen was just scared of everything and everyone unless it was Marjorie. So yeah, I'm kind of glad he's dead, but he's just so unexpected. Khaleesi giving the speech to the Khalasar while riding Drogon, awesome scene. I think the only good moment, not the only good moment, but the best moment of that episode. I think that was one of the weaker episodes, but yeah, still a cool moment. It's cool whenever you see a dragon on screen. Benjen Stark returning, and I've just watched Sense8, like I said, and he was in that, so I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, Benjen Stark returning. We all knew it was coming eventually because everyone's been like, where's Benjen, where's Benjen? We've never seen him die, where's Benjen? Here he is. He stayed for like 30 minutes and pissed off. Left Bran anyway out into the woods, so I'm guessing we'll see him return once again, maybe in the last season or whatever. But yeah, he's a cool guy, Khaleesi burning all the coals in that little hut, you know, when she grabs the fire and just throws it all down and kills them all and then walks out looking like a badass. Amazing moment. Not really a moment I've seen a lot of people talk about, but the actual battle at the Tower of Joy, the first time we see it, the choreography for that was just amazing. I think the choreography was awesome when it had the chap taken on, was it 5 or I think it was 4 people. Yeah, so well done, and one of the like better. It was a very short fight, but it was so well done, and I think it looked awesome as well. So, and then finally for the honourable mentions, Jon Snow killing Ollie and what's his name, dickhead. I don't know his name. But yeah, when he just cut, and then for a moment I didn't think he was going to cut the rope and kill them all, but he does. He just cuts it, and they all hang. And it's so satisfying to see Ollie there with his eyes bulging out looking like a dickhead because he deserved that. So they're the honourable mentions. I just thought I just wanted to still mention them because, yeah, there were still cool moments as well. But number one, and you know where this is going. You've known where this is going. If you like, I was debating for a while, like, I preferred episode 10 to episode 9 as a whole. But episode 9, Battle of the Bastards, and I'm including all this into one, I don't care. Battle of the Bastards, Rickon's death and Ramsay's death, that whole, oh my god, wow. The greatest battle in TV history. The Battle of the Bastards was so well done. Like, I haven't really known about the Battle of the Bastards until I saw the preview for episode 9, so I didn't even know it was coming, but oh wow, so good, so good. That kind of moment where I think it was Jon Snow for about just over a minute, where it was just one, it might have been a minute exactly, I'm not really sure, but it had that one shot. It was all one shot where he's just going out, wiping people out left, right and centre. Amazing, so cool. Rickon's death, I saw coming when he was not zigzagging. I was like, what are you doing? Everyone said it, but yeah, what are you doing, Rickon? And then obviously Ramsay, the satisfying, getting his face chewed off by his hounds, and then Sansa walking away like a badass. So good. But yeah, that's kind of my top 10 moments. Sorry if I didn't go too into depth in the moments. I still want to make this video a relative length and not too long, but I'm sure I've talked enough already. But yeah, this is my first kind of top 10 list at all, so sorry if it's not great, but like I said, I think tomorrow or later on, maybe in the weekend or whatever, I'm going to have one for Orange is the New Black Season 4, because there's some great moments in there, and also the 100 Season 3, because I still want to get some 100 videos out there, because I know a lot of you guys like the 100 content that came from that. So yeah, thanks for watching there, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what your favourite moment of the season was, or your top 10 as well, if you can be bothered to do that. Yeah, fantastic season. Very, very impressive. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow for, I don't know what I'm uploading tomorrow, so ignore that. Alright, peace. Fucking Tom and though, what a little shit. Thought you were sick.